Hi everyone, welcome. I'm so excited. Today I'm going to show you my most recent painting and just take you through the making of it, and I will be sharing a bit more about the meaning behind it and where it comes from. So Psalm 23 is probably one of the most comforting passages in the Bible, and it's one that I've always been drawn to. Even when I was a little girl, I think that it was one of the first Bible verses that I learned to know by heart. And so I'm just going to read it to you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. For me, art isn't just about creating something visually beautiful. It's deeply personal. My faith plays such a vital role in everything I create, and this painting is no exception. Alongside Psalm 23, a song by Leanna Crawford called Still Waters has also been a huge source of comfort and inspiration during some of my most anxious moments. So today I want to share the connection between this verse, Psalm 23, and the song from Leanna Crawford, and how they both shaped this piece. The inspiration. So Psalm 23 is one of the most comforting passages in the Bible. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. This imagery feels like a safe haven, a promise of peace in the midst of chaos.
Growing strong every day, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Learning in our own way, oh yeah. Oh yeah. He who loves discipline stays bright. Knowledge follows shining light. Ta la 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 la, we sing. Keep on growing, it's our thing. Ta la 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 la, we play. Loving knowledge every day. Correction makes us wise, so true. Oh yeah. Learning helps us see what's new. Oh yeah. Hate and change won't help us grow. Let the wisdom start to flow. Oh.
The painting process. This painting was an attempt to visually capture that feeling of peace and restoration. I started with soft pink hues in the sky, which represent a sense of hope and renewal. The reflection in the water below creates a balance, a mirror of calmness that reflects presence in our lives. I also spent a lot of time on the mountain and tree details. For me, mountains symbolize strength and steadiness, and the trees are a sign of life and growth. So together they create this peaceful scene that I hope invites you to imagine being there, just sitting in the quiet and feeling God's presence. I'll be honest, working on this piece was challenging. It took me around 4 weeks to complete, and it was the biggest watercolor landscape that I've ever attempted. And there were moments where I doubted myself, whether I could capture the vision I had in my mind. But those moments became opportunities to reflect on the verse and the song again, and it reminded me that perfection wasn't the goal, which is why I decided to leave some parts of the watercolor imperfections showing. I didn't cover it up, even though I was very tempted to. I decided to leave it because it shows that, nothing is perfect. And the goal was to create something that carried the message of peace and trust.
Shadows deeply locked in sin, our hearts weighed down by shame within. But in your mercy, Lord, we find a grace that heals, a love so kind. Forgiveness flows like cleansing rain, your mercy lifts us from our pain. Oh God of grace, we turn to thee, for you have set our spirits free. Grace that sets us free, love that never ends. In your arms of hope, our broken hearts you mend. By the cross we rise, washed in mercy's stream. Forgiveness found in you, Lord, we are redeemed. Our burdens laid before your throne, we trust in Christ and Christ alone. Through every trial, through darkest night, your hope will be our guiding light. Though we have fallen far from grace, your open arms we still embrace. Our Savior lives, his love is true, in him we find our strength anew. Grace that sets us free, love that never ends. Of hope, our broken hearts mend. By the cross we rise, washed in mercy's stream. Forgiveness found in you, Lord, we are redeemed. Your steadfast love, it never fails. Your promises forever sail. Through valleys deep or mountains high, your grace sustains and lifts us night. Now with our hearts we sing your praise. In grateful joy our voices raise. For you have wiped our sins away and brought us
anxiety has been something that I've struggled with, and I know so many people can relate to that feeling of being stuck in your head. Art has always been my therapy, a way to process emotions and to shift my focus. So this verse, along with the song, which I will link for those of you who want to listen to it in the description of this video, has been like a lifeline for me during those moments. It's a reminder that I'm not alone and that there's peace to be found when I let go and trust God to lead me. It's not always easy to let go of control, but verses like Psalm 23 remind me that it's okay to rest, to stop striving, and to let God take over. I'm so incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be featured in our local newspaper. It's such a humbling experience to know that my art resonates with others, and I'm just deeply thankful for everyone who shows interest in my paintings. I have framed this article and placed it in my studio to serve as a daily reminder to not be afraid of sharing the true artist behind the art. For me, this isn't just about creating beautiful paintings. It's about sharing my journey, my heart, and most importantly, my faith. I believe that God has given me this gift to be a vessel for His purpose, to reach the hearts of His people through my art. Each and every piece I create is an act of worship, and my hope is that this brings peace, joy, and a reminder of His unfailing love. During seasons of anxiety, which I've experienced over the last couple of years, when my mind is racing and I often felt a deep yearning for a sense of stillness and restoration, the idea of being led to still waters by a loving shepherd has been a source of calm for me, a reminder that I don't have to do my life on my own strength. Leanna Crawford's song, Still Waters, echoes these themes so beautifully. There's a line in the song that says, "I know by your still waters I'm safe." And every time I hear it, it feels like a gentle reminder that I can trust God to guide me, even when everything feels overwhelming. you so much for taking the time to listen to the story behind this painting. My hope is that when you see it, you are reminded of the peace and restoration that's promised to us in Psalm 23. If you've ever felt anxious or overwhelmed, I hope this painting and its story remind you to seek out those still waters. There's so much beauty in and healing in allowing yourself to be led by our shepherd. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like and share it with your friends and family who need to find peace, who maybe wants to sit beside calm waters for a minute or two while watching me paint it. And I will see you in the next one.